Cool. Well, welcome to the Flig video series. We're sitting here with Jo Ann Daugherty. Jo Ann, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you just came out with a new album, Bring Joy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I heard you on WDCB talking to Paul Abella.
Oh, cool.
And it was so fascinating to hear, about your upbringing and all about what you're all about, and it was really cool. Like I really enjoyed that.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're such a well-established musician. You have how many studio albums? 5 studio albums?
Three of mine.
3. Oh, okay.
And then I'm on some others.
Okay.
So 3 of my own. Yeah.
Cool. Are there still ways that you work on perfecting and honing your craft?
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. So the craft is so many different parts. There's the technique of playing, and then within that there's the technique of playing different styles. Like I'm a jazz musician, but I'm also a pop musician.
Sure.
I also play classical music, less and less of that. I do Broadway shows. Like they're just different skill sets that I have to try to keep sharp.
Right.
They all kind of feed into the same. Like my general feeling is music, and whatever it is, I want to just channel it into. If it's good, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Right.
So that's one area to try to keep sharp. Songwriting is something to keep sharp, or composition. I don't really write songs with words as much, but I do write pieces.
Right.
Conducting is another area that I need to keep sharp. Music directing, arranging. I arrange things for people. Singers doing a show and need someone to kind of run the band and put the pieces together and knows how to run a rehearsal, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm always trying to make all that stuff sharper and better, and just practicing the piano. I practice scales.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing.
Not all the time and not enough, but yeah, I
Yeah.
did before I came here.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned you have a gig tonight.
I have a gig tonight at Andy's Jazz Club, 11 East Coast. I know it's come out some completely other time, but with Eric Schneider and Pat Mellinger. They're 2 tenor players, or Eric plays a lot of different instruments.
Yeah. But you mentioned that you don't know the set list. There's no
set list.
list.
There's no set list.
Right. So
no.
you would have to spend a lot of time on your own, sort of, rehearsing or just kind of like honing your craft and like
just
staying
keeping
on
those
point.
tunes
Sharp.
Yeah, and it's interesting too when I kind of sometimes I go between. I travel in and out of different scenes. So if I go into a show like a Broadway type show, I stop playing tunes for a while.
Oh, okay.
There's always like I gotta keep this thing going while I got that going, or it's time to come back to do this again, and maybe it's a bumpy landing on re-entry, and then I get it sharpened up again. It's kind of a lot to kind of keep straight in my head sometimes. But
yeah. What have you done? What kind of Broadway stuff have you done?
I did Jersey Boys when I was here.
Very
I
cool.
played keyboards in that, and then when they sent out a national tour, the second national tour, I started that with them. So I was the conductor of that tour.
Oh, wow.
And that was cool. I did, other things I've done, like I played Dreamgirls for a while while I was here, and I just did Saturday Night Fever out at Drury Lane, which was really fun.
Awesome.
I toured with Motown for a while, and conducted that a little bit too. And so, just kind of float around and do those things,
How did you get into conducting?
I am crazy. And you have to be crazy to do that. So they signed me up. No, I had played the show, and so there was a conductor, an associate conductor, and keyboard 3. All 3 played keyboards. So it's conducting, playing, and then keyboard 2 and keyboard 3.
Okay.
And they handed me a book of the show to maybe learn how to play rehearsal or something like that. The piano vocal book is what it's called.
Okay.
Or conducting book. And I was kind of like, oh, look, 10 more pounds of books, and then like I'm just like, why not? Like, did they want me to learn this? Because I hadn't done a show before, so I didn't really know what was like kind of customary or anything. So I told the conductor, I was like, I don't know if you guys like you meant for me to learn this, but I would. He's like, well, great. You wanna do a show like in September or something? And I said, okay. And so I did it.
That's great.
And that's kind of crazy. Here's the crazy part. We were in San Francisco for 6 months playing the show. And they were sold out every night. So, I don't know, 1,400 seats, $100 a pop, I don't know, 1,800 seats. It was like between $150,000 and $200,000 worth of tickets the night.
Yeah.
That night, every night.
Every night.
And I didn't get a rehearsal. I just had to like prepare the snot out of it.
Oh my gosh.
It just taught me a whole different level of bulletproofing things.
Yeah.
And how to prepare.
Right.
How to learn something a lot deeper.
Sure. So did you just shut yourself off from the world?
Yeah. Yes. And I do that. Like I'll still do that. I'll just kind of like drop out sometimes. I'll be like, I have something big. I gotta learn this thing. I gotta write this thing. And then I'll just kind of disappear for a while. Yeah. For sure.
I mean, that's gotta be the only
When I got off the road, so I did that for a couple of years, almost 3 years here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had a couple of years off of it. And then when they went on the road, I went and did that. And then I was out for a couple of years and I got back. And then I started like writing arrangements for a PBS special that some friends of mine were shooting and I was playing with. These guys called The New Streetman. And then so I moved home, but I completely disappeared again. Like no one knew I was back yet, because I was just like, I went so far into that project that I just like wrote every day for months,
Wow.
So.
That was crazy.
It was cool. It was crazy. It was fun,
Yeah,
it was cool.
It's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but it's like I learned now that like when you and I wasn't Facebooking and all that kind of stuff at the time because I didn't really care, and now I kind of have to it, but what I understand is that you have to be really loud when you come back, or everyone will think you're gone forever.
It's true.
So.